This video was made possible by the EA Creator Network. Opening up FC25 for the first time. Here we go. What is this? Oh boy. Something's changed. Yo, what is going on? Bro, why is Zidane talking to me? Why are you looking into my soul? The first thing you do as a content creator, turn off the music. This is how I live my life. Hear the silence? Yep, that's it. Also, enable Beyond Broadcast straight away. Yep, we want more hype. First thing any FC25 player should do, if you're calling yourself a career mode player, is to check out Lamine Yamal. There he is. We've been waiting for this guy to be included for so long. He has 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, 17 years old. We're looking at 4 play styles there at the bottom, which is amazing in terms of the stats right here. 84 acceleration, 87 agility, the standouts. And we go across to ball control, 85, dribbling, 87, short passing, 82, and long shots, 82 as well. And then there it is. Finesse shot, technical flair, quick step. And of course, he is a beast. Winger plus as a role for him, inside forward plus, and again, the winger plus on the left wing too. Ooh, what a run! Lamine! Golazo! Dude, the fans are loud as hell. Oh my god, this is insane. The atmosphere is definitely a lot louder in this game, that's for sure. Look at the replay. It's a new thing in the game as well. Come on, my man. POV camera. I like it. Now the question is, what's the first thing you see when you open up FC25 career mode? Manager career, new manager career. Here we go. First new manager screen. We got a bunch of new lads. None of them look like me anymore. Oh, EA don't like me. What's really nice is you have a couple of presets right here, and this one probably looks most like me, I guess. And there's a bunch of customization with this, man. I love it. So you can even do face makeup now. We couldn't do that before. Yes, I can have a scar going across my head. The amount of hairstyles we have is nutty. This is just a catalog for short hairstyles. For outfits, nothing really new in here. A couple of tracksuits have the signs of the clubs on them, but yeah. And obviously, when going into your career mode, authentic or created club, it is your choice. Now, we all know these teams right here, the English League, the German France, and everything, but you can go women's teams now. That is a completely new thing now involved in FC25. You can play the league in England, you can play in France, Germany, Spain, United States. Those are the 5 divisions you have. However, for this one, I'm obviously choosing my boys from Liverpool. And this is where things get absolutely crazy. The pre-career mode settings. This is where a lot has changed. Are you ready for this moment right here? Board expectations, no sacking. Yes, EA have finally done it. You cannot get sacked in your career mode if you don't want to. If you guys like that, like this video. For transfers, for example, you have the choice of active to disable first transfer window, or you can go only transfers. Players can only move permanently, or players can only move based on loan deals, and even have transfer embargoes for 1 season, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the maximum? We have, 14 seasons of transfer embargo. You guys at home can truly do a no transfers career mode now, and you have no choice around it. For the matches themselves, the ranges go from 3 minutes halves to 20 minutes, and in terms of difficulty, ultimate to the lowest, which is obviously beginner. Nothing new there, but you have the youth tournament match length now, which is obviously something completely new, which you can go from 3 minutes for a total match to up to 20. And for the youth tournament, you can actually choose your players to have the current overall, which is how you find them basically. And you can also choose full potential. So if you find someone worth millions in the youth academy, you can instantly see them at their full potential, which will give you such a great idea of if these guys would actually fit into your team or not. For the gameplay type, you have classic, where you can see the sliders are basically all on 50, or you can go simulation, which will obviously make the game a lot harder. Sprint speed for your players drops down massively. Acceleration is fine. Shot error goes up a little bit. Your players will miss more, which will really frustrate you. But it's not just the user themselves, it's also the AI. So the entire game is affected on both sides, which obviously is important. You don't want to be, kind of held back by the game. For the AI behavior, by the way, you have tactical, dynamic, and custom. So you can actually pick and choose how aggressive they're going to be, their build-up speed, shot frequency. If you want your opponent to take shots from anywhere, basically, you can increase that. All these things are actually going to be making career mode so much more fun. It's actually nuts. For me personally, I'll probably be picking dynamic because it is the same as tactical, but sliders values will fluctuate even more from their baseline values. So that kind of shows you that things can change massively. The first time you play against a team is probably not going to be the same as the second time. This is something I love. I personally have never really used training plans too much, but for those people that want to go really in depth, you can keep this on, and you can even change the recovery rates and have it realistic. And again, man, career mode truly is the one game mode that I feel like EA has put a lot of work into compared to the others, and that's something I didn't think I would ever say as a career mode content creator. Transfer negotiations range from default to light or realistic. Light obviously making it very easy for you to pick up basically any player, and realistic will probably make it quite hard if you're not putting a good offer on the table. Scouting actually is quite interesting as well. You can either have it on or off, obviously, but if you have it on, you can even choose how fast you're able to scout certain players. Star players, I assume, are players with ratings above 84. You can actually scout them instantly, but if it's like general players, right, you can make it slow, which really makes it quite interesting. I kind of dig that. So finally, after being done with this, we move on into the career mode. Same screen as before, nothing changed there. Nothing has changed about the welcoming at the club, and I completely forgot I actually have that scar still across my face. Whoa, what is this? All right then, lads. Instantly, you can tell career mode menu looks completely different. If you press L2, you open up this menu on the top left: home, notifications, squad, transfers, academy, office, customizing, or you can just go through it one by one by pressing L1 or R1. You can go across these things, and I gotta say, instantly, it's a bit overwhelming because, as you guys know, you've pretty much had the same menu for, I don't know, 7 years, whatever. Instantly, you're given a task list, by the way, right there. Reviewing training plans, creating tactical presets, reviewing board objectives, all these things. You can even go to see all tasks, and you can see scouting assignments, scout report updated, 3 unread emails. Let me see, youth tournament has started as well. We can jump straight into that one. And as we open my first scout report in FC25, do we have anyone insane in there? Let me see. Oh, it's the scout report of the other players. Well, now I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping for more. Oh, Academy actually has its own thing here. Okay, let me see my youth squad. There we go. Youth Academy players. Developing players in your club's academy will give you the ability to shape their talents, blah, blah, blah. We all know of that, of course. And we see instantly, oh, Mike Johnson. Now, one thing you might notice, the dude is a small lad. He's 5'7". He's 17 years old. He doesn't have a beard, as it should be. That's how youngsters should be looking like. In previous FIFAs, they used to have beards and stuff at the age of 15. So I'm really glad we have this now. And apparently they also grow, which is huge. So we're going to promote this guy to the senior team just because, you know, he's the one. For the youth scouts, here we go. Scout is available for a new mission. This is where you can go straight into the new part of FC25, which obviously is being able to scout in over 160 countries, which you could only do with mods previously. In South America alone, look at the amount of countries we have right here. Guyana definitely wasn't part of it last time around. If we go into Europe, you'll be able to choose between 4 regions. Let's go Eastern Europe because I feel like that's the least presented or represented part of the game, and you can instantly tell that we have a bunch of nations in here which are going to be very, very fun to scout through. If you go Africa, we used to only have like what, 8 of them or something. Central Africa has a bunch of them already. Southern Africa, we are just looking at a game that has completely evolved in terms of the youth academy. When going into the squad, let's do the team strategy. FCIQ has obviously changed massively. Effect on the pitch, tactical preset impact, attributes impact, and player impact as well with the new player roles. For the tactics, you have wing play, tiki-taka, gegenpressing, park the bus, counter-attack, kick and rush. Nothing new there. And for hiring scouts, we're pretty much looking at the same thing. Nothing changed here from what I can tell. Going into the squad itself, you're presented with a completely new screen, a bunch of new designs. Mo Salah, for example, right here is the man who probably should have a couple of playstyles, finesse shot plus on him in this game. And when you go into this part where you can see the roles, inside forward plus plus, which means he is technically one of the best in the game for that position, for that role. So you want to give him that position and get the best out of him. For the tactical setup, you have pressing, park the bus, counter-attack, kick and rush, all these things, and even custom tactical presets, which again shows that you can just go crazy with this. But we're going to go pressing for the Liverpool side, and we're going to be running the 4-3-3 attacking. I think that's the one I want because it fits this team the best. You have everyone in their positions, and it's going to be quite useful to use this one as players like Diaz, Salah, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Van Dijk get to benefit from their playstyle, from their roles. And for the defensive approach, we have a different screen now as well. We have aggressive, high, balanced, deep, and again, deep is the last one actually, but aggressive really makes your team push forward all the time, wanting to get the ball as high up the pitch as possible. When it comes to the player roles, right here you have two specific tabs for Mo Salah. You can go ahead and utilize inside forward, for example, or you can use wide playmaker, which obviously takes away that plus that he had in a different role. You can go winger on him, you can go wide playmaker, but inside forward obviously makes the most sense. He's going to be cutting inside as much as possible. You can then also on top of it choose to use something like balanced, where he's going to be playing up and down the pitch in a basically similar way. But then you can also go roaming, where he's going to be looking for spaces to run into, which basically means if he has really good attack positioning, this could be really useful. And Salah obviously has that. He could be finding himself in space where defenders aren't necessarily there. And when you go attack, that means he's only going to be focusing on attacking. You can see the square below him is now dark, and that means he is not going to be helping out Trent in terms of defending. Talking about Trent, however, let's go ahead and check out what Trent is doing. So for Trent, when you go up, you have two specific things here, role and focus. So the role for Trent as a wing back is quite clear, but he is amazing as a false back. And you can see it has a plus on it. And even as an attacking wing back, he has a plus on him because obviously we all know Trent is capable of creating a lot of chances. But lately, the false back thing has been played a lot in football, and Trent would then carry on into the midfield with his abilities to go ahead and control the game and dictate how the team builds up the play, with him going into the middle of the pitch. And this is something you have to scroll through with every player. Konate has stopper plus, for example. We are looking at someone like Robertson. He also has attacking wingback, but it will show you that that could affect your play style. The tactics thing there is actually breaking up. So if you do utilize that, you're going to struggle a little bit. So possibly using something like wingback keeps everything intact. For someone like, for example, Gravenberch, he doesn't necessarily have anything. Oh, he does have half winger, which makes things interesting. But I probably wouldn't want my center midfielder to play as a winger if I have Salah and Trent on that spot. In terms of transfers, we are looking at the scout report here. We can see what kind of scouts we also have. We can search for players as usual. Once we go into this menu, nothing really has changed. The design has changed just a little bit, but again, like it was back in the day, you cannot search for a player with, let's say, 80 to 85 overall. That is not there. Now, in terms of the central page here, I assume once we go into the season and we go past the preseason and the season begins, we're going to be seeing the league table and stuff. But you can go into the office to go ahead and check out the standings. As you can see right here, it shows you a brief menu of where your team might be. And then obviously, once you go into the calendar, I assume nothing has really changed there. You can just scroll down, pick a date, and then simulate forward to that day. From what I heard from people so far, simulating on this game is a bit slower, but as it simulates through, you see the news on the side there. Like, let me show you again on the right-hand side. Things are popping up, keeping you somewhat entertained at least. And now onto the new big thing, the youth tournament. We can step into it straight away. We can edit our team lineup as we're up against Manchester United. Lads, I really want to beat this United side. And you can even see a bunch of these guys have playstyles already, which is nice. And here is the first time I'm going to be stepping onto the pitch. The game begins with the ball being thrown into the middle, and it's a 5v5 experience. Why are they so much taller than my players, though? Go on then, Rodgers. Play that ball. Oh, no. You bottled it. No! The first experience on this game is conceding against Manchester United. I might as well delete. Go on, big man. Number 99, Golasso. I'm not losing against United. What do you think? Okay, celebrations are interesting. There we go. Get me another one. Hey, he's trying to tackle me from behind. 2-1. I told you, I'm not losing against United. After beating United, we're seeing transfer offers coming in. Let's see if anything has changed there. Ooh, a bunch of them. We have an offer from United themselves wanting to sign Gravenberch for 22 million. And it instantly says above, you could ask for up to 37.9. So, yeah, in this case, United, nope. There is probably so much more to say about this game and all the things that are going to be happening in terms of gameplay. That is obviously the biggest thing we're all hoping actually feels different as well. But I can tell you one thing. This is definitely a different vibe. And just playing that one game in the youth tournament, it just shows me that I am going to care about this a ton. Probably a bit too much. But let me know what you guys think about all of this. This was the first look into FC25 career mode. Once again, shout out to the EA Creator Network for making this possible. But man, I really am massively excited. And I really hope the game actually is great. Initial reaction is a good one. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10 at least. Thank you for watching. Take care and peace.